morning, dear children. Today we are going to continue lesson 7, Adjectives. In the previous video we studied about what is an adjective and the different types of adjectives. Today in this video we are going to discuss about making adjectives. How can we make adjectives from other words? Keep your page opened, page number 56 of your book. In English, adjectives can be made from other words by adding suffixes to them. When we add suffixes to other words, we can get a new word, and that word is called an adjective. What is a suffix? First of all, we should know. Suffix is a letter or group of letters which are added at the end of a word to make a new word. Let us see examples given on the board. The word courage. Courage, noun plus suffix is equal to adjective. When a suffix is added to a noun, we get a new word which is called an adjective. Let us see the examples. Courage. Courage is a noun plus OUS is a suffix us, and the new word we get courageous, that is an adjective. Then faith plus full becomes faithful. Nature plus L becomes natural. Dirt plus Y becomes dirty. Love plus able becomes lovable. We can notice one thing, dear children. The words which are ending in E, when we add suffixes to them, E is dropped down and the new word comes. Nature, E is dropped down and the word became natural. Love, when we added suffix, E is dropped down and we got the word lovable. So dear children, always remember, we can make an adjective from other words. When we add suffix with a noun, we can get a new word which is called an adjective. Dear children, now we are going to discuss another point, that is making opposites by adding prefixes. Making opposites by adding prefixes. What is a prefix? Prefix is also a letter or group of letters which are added in the beginning of a word to make a new word. Prefix is a letter or group of letters which are added in the beginning of a word and we get a new word. So let us see this topic. We can make opposite words or negative words by adding prefixes to them. We can make opposite or negative word by adding prefixes. Prefixes are a group of letters placed at the front of a word, in front of a word, before a word it is added. For example, this, in, an, in, all these are the different prefixes which are added in the beginning of a word to make an opposite or negative word. Let us see the example. To get the word opposite in meaning to that of honest, if we take the word honest, if we add before the word honest the prefix, that is this, the word we get dishonest. Dishonest. We add the prefix dis before the word, we get the word dishonest. The prefix dis in this word denotes not. This means not. The word dishonest means not honest. So we made the plural of honest by adding the prefix, and we got a new word, that is dishonest. There are several other prefixes in English that mean no or not. Some of them are in, un, im, non and ir. We get negative words or words opposite in meaning if we add these prefixes to different words. Let us see some more examples. The prefix un plus the word happy. When we add, it becomes unhappy. Likewise, we can add prefixes in the beginning of a word to make the opposite or negative word. Now, dear children, let us study about degrees of comparison. Degrees of comparison. Comparison means comparing between persons or things, making comparison. Now, the 3 degrees of comparison are as follows. The first one is positive degree, comparative degree and superlative degree. What is a positive degree? Dear children, an adjective is in the positive degree when comparison is not made with anyone. When simply we use the base form of an adjective when there is no comparison. For example, Mercury is a small planet. Here no comparison is made. Small is an adjective because it is qualifying to a noun planet. So it is the adjective small is in positive degree. Comparative degree, an adjective is in comparative degree when it is used to compare two nouns. When two things or two persons are compared with each other, we say the form of adjective is in comparative degree. Mercury is smaller than Saturn. Here Mercury and Saturn, two planets, are being compared with each other. Mercury is smaller than Saturn. Here Mercury and Saturn, two planets, are compared with each other. When we make comparison between two things or persons, two nouns, we say the adjective is in comparative degree. Now the third one is superlative degree. An adjective is in the superlative degree when a comparison is made among more than two nouns. When more than two nouns are compared together with each other, we say the adjective is in superlative degree. Mercury is the smallest of all the 8 planets. Now here Mercury is being compared with the rest of the planets. Mercury is the smallest, Here one thing is being compared with many. So we say this form of an adjective is called superlative degree. Now, how do adjectives change in form to show comparison? How do adjectives change in form to show comparison? Now, positive degree means the base form of an adjective. How we make it comparative and superlative? What are the forms we use for comparative and superlative? There are certain rules, we have to follow them. Generally, we get the comparative and superlative degree forms of an adjective by adding er or est to its base positive degree form. We add er or est to the positive degree to make comparative and superlative form. Let us see examples of this. Sweet is positive degree. Sweet. We add er, the word becomes sweeter. And that is the comparative degree. Sweetest is the Superlative degree, est is added with the base form of an adjective, that is sweet, and we got the word sweetest. It is the superlative degree. So positive is sweet, comparative is sweeter, and sweetest is the superlative degree. Let us see other examples. Bright, brighter, brightest. Great, greater, greatest. Old, older, oldest. Strong, stronger, strongest. Dear, dearer, dearest. Fast, faster, fastest. So dear children, likewise we add er or est with the positive degree to get the comparative and superlative form. Now there are some more examples given in the next table. Large, larger, largest. Brave, braver, bravest. Fine, finer, finest. Wide, wider, widest. Able, abler, ablest. Dear children, adjectives which end in E form their comparative and superlative degrees by the addition of R and ST, the table which is mentioned above. We can see in all these words, large, brave, fine, wide, able, all these words are ending with E. So when the positive degree is ending in E, we do not add ER or EST again with them. We just add R or ST because already E is mentioned in the word. Large is ending with E. So need not to add ER again. Double E we need not to use. So just we will add R with it to make comparative larger and EST to make superlative degree. Now let us see another table. Pretty, prettier, prettiest. Here we can see some changes. Here comparative and superlative degrees are not made by adding ER or EST. That means we are going to study another rule. Greedy, greedier, greediest. Lazy, lazier, laziest. Lucky, luckier, luckiest. Heavy, heavier, heaviest. Dear children, for adjectives ending in Y, the Y is changed into I before adding ER and EST for comparative and superlative degree. The word pretty, Pretty, it is ending in Y. When we add ER or EST to make comparative and superlative degree, dear children, the letter Y is changed into I. So, Prettier, prettier, it is the comparative degree. Prettiest, prettiest, it is the superlative degree. So always remember, when the word is ending in Y, before adding ER or EST with the word to make comparative and superlative degree, we just change Y into I. Let us see another table. Hot, hotter, hottest. Sad, sadder, saddest. Thin, thinner, thinnest. Big, bigger, biggest. My dear children, you would have noticed something more here. Sometimes for adjectives ending in a single consonant such as T, D, G, N, etc., the last consonant is doubled before adding ER or EST to get the comparative and superlative form of the words. Here we can see the single consonants are given T, D, N, G, etc. at the end of the word. When we add ER or EST with them to make the comparative and superlative form, the last consonant is getting doubled, HOT, hot. When we add ER with it, the spelling we get HO double TER, hotter. H-O-T-T-E-S-T, hot test. The last consonant is getting doubled. However, remember that there are exemptions to this. This rule is not applicable for all the words. For example, broad, broader, broadest, lean, leaner, leanest, short, shorter, shortest, long, longer, longest. Now see, longer adjectives do not take ER or EST to form their comparative or superlative degrees. For such adjectives, these are the words which we studied in the above table. These are the words with which we do not double the last letter. There is exemption for some of the words. Now the next rule is longer adjectives do not take ER or EST to form their comparative and superlative degrees. The adjectives which are longer, which are having two or more than two syllables, having more syllables. For this kind of words, we use more or most for comparative and superlative degrees. We can see famous, more famous, most famous. We are not adding ER or EST to make comparative and superlative degree. Instead that, we are using the words more in comparative and most for superlative degree. Beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful. We cannot say beautiful, beautifuler, beautifulest. That is wrong. We cannot add ER or EST. Instead that, we have to use more and most in comparative and superlative degree. Difficult, more difficult, most difficult. The definite article, the, must be used before the adjectives and in its superlative degree form. Whenever we use superlative degree, before superlative degree, always the article the comes. We say the biggest, the smallest, the largest, the shortest. We simply do not say shortest, biggest. Always before the superlative degree, we should use the definite article, that is the. The comparative and superlative forms of some adjectives are not formed from the positive degrees. Here is a list of some irregular forms. Some of the positive degrees are not changed into comparative or superlative by using the positive degree. Instead that, the whole word is getting changed in the comparative and superlative form. We do not add any suffix with the positive degree to make comparative and superlative form. Let us see the example. Good, better, best. Good is the positive degree. Better is the comparative degree, making comparison between two nouns. Best, one is being compared with many. So good, better, best. We do not say good, gooder, goodest. That is wrong. We do not add any suffix with these kind of words. We need to memorize these kind of words. Bad, worse, worst. Far, farther, furthest, to show the distance. Far, farther, furthest. See the change in the spelling. For distance, the F-A-R-T-H-E-R, further, is the spelling for comparative. And for position, to show the position, F-U-R-T-H-E-R, further is the comparative form. Little, less, least. Many, more, most. We say for countable nouns. With countable nouns we use many, more, most. Much, more, most for uncountable nouns. So I hope, dear children, you understood this topic. You understood the rules for making comparative and superlative degree forms. And your homework is to solve this exercise which is given on page number 57. Make adjectives by adding suffixes to the words given in the box. You can use suffixes like as, full, l, y or able, etc. You have to use the suffixes with these words to make an adjective. Thank you.